do, Shingalangs? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tavi and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're old, what it do, baby? Thank you very much for coming back, clicking on this video, liking, commenting, subscribing, and doing all the other amazing stuff. Today we have our first ever collab, okay? Because you guys have been commenting that, please, can we see different faces? Can we see something fresh, something new, you know? And me, now you guys know I listen to you guys. And I was like, who else other than Emily Dumelo? Thank you for coming.
Hi, Shingalangs. I am Emily Dumelo, and thank you for having me. And welcome to Beijing.
Welcome to Beijing, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna link her channel down in my description box. Please go and check her out. She really has good content. She is into fitness content. She shares very important tips and information if you want to come to Beijing, to China, and all the other amazing stuff. So you guys won't regret it.
Okay, what are we doing today?
I actually wanted to chat to you about some interesting stuff because actually
please don't ask me difficult questions.
I'll try not to. All right, so tell my people who you are. Like,
we just did that.
Yeah, but then like, when did you come to China?
Okay. Hello, I am Emily Dumelo. Okay, so just like Tabi, I am also from South Africa. I have been in Beijing, China for almost, this is my 4th year now. I am an English teacher. I also do content surrounding my journey to China and my life and experiences here in Beijing.
And recently you just went home, right? I think one thing that I've always wanted to ask you this, and now I feel like I want to ask you in front of the Shingalangs. Like, what's that one thing that you missed before going back home, that you were just like, I can't wait for borders to open and I'm going home, and when I get home, like, this is the first thing I want to feel, taste, listen to, whatever?
I missed obviously my family and stuff, but the one thing that I really missed was just hanging out with my friends. I miss just that vibe, like, because like I feel like my life here in China is very different to my life in South Africa. You know,
how different? Like, good different
in terms of like how I socialize, the people I hang out with. Like when I'm here, I don't have like a big circle of friends and stuff like that, because I kind of keep to my friends. So when I came here, I didn't want to like have like new friends and stuff like that. So I still wanted to do things with my friends and like experience life with my friends, hang out with them, like just chill and do the things that we used to do before I came here. So that's the one thing that I really missed, just going home and just vibing with my people.
You know, actually when I watched the vlog and she was going home, I was just there like, yo, Saba, well, I was waiting for the next update. I remember when I saw you leaving Beijing and you posted, I think you posted a mini video, you know, just saying you are leaving, and I was just there like, yo. And at that time, guys, everyone was going home. I know I keep saying I'm gonna go home. I am going home.
Please go home.
I am gonna go home, guys. I'm going home this time. I promise you guys, I am gonna go home.
And I think you can imagine at that time, I mean, we had been waiting for 3 years to go home.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity presented itself, I was like, I am not even wasting any more time. I am packing my bags and getting the hell out of here.
Yo,
and that's exactly what I did.
I was living through you at the time. I was living through you. So did you feel like when you went back home, like after so long, did you ever feel like there was some sort of weird feeling, you know? I don't know, like I feel like with me, that's maybe it's because I overthink some stuff and it just becomes unnecessary. But then I'm always like, what if I go back home and I don't fit in, you know? People can't relate to me, I can't relate to people, you know? A lot happens. It's been years, you know, like let's just pause about you know.
I don't know, but like my experience, I also thought, you know, everyone always talks about if you've been away from home for a very long time, you experience like a reverse culture shock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I went home, I wasn't really worried about that. So I was just like, I'm going home. I just want to get home. So when I got there, I didn't really experience that because I don't know, man. I feel like, I mean, I spent 26 years of my life in South Africa before I came to China, and I had only been here for like 3 years. So I feel like nothing can happen in South Africa that will like, oh my gosh, like shock me, you know. And even like my friends or like family, even when I'm here, obviously we are keeping up with each other in terms of like what's happening in our lives. So it wasn't like shocking. I didn't experience anything that was like hoo-ha. The only thing is like I got there, obviously things were different. I mean, it's post-COVID, things were different. I didn't expect things to stay the same. I would have been worried if things or people stayed the same, but it wasn't like a shocking discovery. And after that, like I got there and I feel like, okay, I'm home now. All I had to do was just gel back in and everything continued. Like I got there and I even forgot about China, and all of us was like, okay, now we are home. And I think also the difference was, remember I was visiting, which I think it would have been different if I had moved back home. That would have been different. But because I was visiting, obviously the whole entire time I was there, we are excited, we are doing things, like every day is busy. I'm seeing everyone who I haven't seen, I'm taking trips and blah 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 blah. So every day was exciting. I think it would have been a different experience if I had went back to like move back home, because then obviously the excitement dies down, and then now it's everyday life, everyone is going to work. I think then things would have been like, okay, like settle in properly. But for now, I just had a very good time.
And what do you think is that one thing that when you went home you were like, this I still love and appreciate about being in China? Yes, home will always be home, yes, but then...
I wasn't even thinking about China, but... one thing I appreciate is going to a restaurant and not being forced to pay a tip. Because in China, you don't have to pay tips, you just pay for your bill.
They don't even want them. If you offer, they refuse.
So, like, every time we go out, now we have to calculate the 10% and calculate the tip. Blah blah blah. Obviously the convenience of life, where I can just, you know, get things whenever I want them, WeChat Pay. But then because now Apple Pay is available inside, it's just little things, man. You know. But there wasn't anything that been like, oh my gosh, I really miss China. Like, to be honest, I was just like so glad to be home that China was like at the back of my mind.
And then now, because you've been in China for the past 4 years, do you ever see yourself leaving China?
Nope. Oh, sorry. You puppy, sorry.
Do you ever see yourself leaving China and working in another country, or if you leave China, just going home?
Leaving China, definitely. Working in another country, possibly. I do want to go back home. I feel like I do have a lot of work to do at home, especially with the experience that I've gathered here. So I'd like to bring this back home, especially like the other day. I remember there was a video that I did on my channel and I spoke about, oh, I wanted to go back to corporate because I wanted, but then the past couple of weeks I've changed my mind. I was like, actually I want to continue like being in the education space, but I would love to do this in South Africa, especially for early childhood development. I'd like to like use the experience and the skills that I've gathered here and like go back home. So like for instance, my aunt has like a creche back home, so I'd like to go and implement all these things that I've gathered here and just like do curriculum development, just so we can also give this much energy to our kids back home that we're giving to the kids here. Because like every time I'm at school, I'm just like, damn, like I'm really educating these kids, you know. And I would love that even like for myself at preschool level, I had that kind of education. And I feel like now I'm in a position where I can offer that, you know. Obviously it don't make me as much money, but it's not about that.
It's not about that, it's about the love, guys.
But I feel like this is the, if you're trying to be impactful and trying to bring about the change, this is where it starts. It starts with us, because what's the point? We're getting all this experience and then we're staying here and then we're doing nothing with it, and then we're just gonna be like, I'll never go back to South Africa. No, please go back and just go pay it forward, and you know, have people who probably thought they'll never experience like quality education. I want to be that person who can bring it like and make it accessible for them.
That's so profound. That's so profound. That's so profound.
But I really, really want to do. That's something that's very close to my heart.
I think that's also been something that I've like thought about, because I didn't study education and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I did psychology and criminology because I thought, you know, I can not read people's minds, but you get the point.
But read people's minds.
Yeah, something like that. So I you know, like I just by chance fell in love with teaching because I love working with kids. Even back when I was studying psychology, I just thought, okay, yes. Even back when I was studying psychology, I wanted to study child development, you know, stuff, or become an educational psychologist. You know, it wasn't necessarily I wanted to hear about people's drama. No, you know, because I love working with children. I believe children are the future. Guys, they are the world, they are the children, they're the ones who make a world a better living.
So let's start
giving. Exactly, you see? Same energy. Okay.
To be a better
just you and me. And then, because I feel like sometimes we sort of share the same content, the same niche, in terms of like sharing opportunities, giving advice, whatever that information that we feel like is important for someone who is still in South Africa looking forward to coming to China. Like what's that one thing that's at the top of your mind that a person that is currently in South Africa planning to come to China, you feel like, I want you to hear this?
Go for it, number one. But don't expect it to be easy. You know, I know people like watch our videos and they feel like, oh, they're living their best lives. I want to go there.
See you Beijing, baby.
It gets real. It gets tough. So make sure you build like a thick skin and you build a community of support around you. But having said that, don't let that like discourage you. I feel like if this is something that you really want to do, it could be like one of the best decisions. I feel like coming here was one of the best decisions I've made for myself, because it has taught me a lot about myself, about life, about the world around me, and all those kind of things. So people could benefit a lot with regards to that. And I mean, if you're in South Africa, people have been saying, I haven't been employed for a very long time, and I'm just like, you know, be open to looking for opportunities outside the borders of South Africa, you know. So do it. And the question was, okay, there's one thing that I want you to know is that it will not be easy, but it will be worth it.
Guys. Okay, this one, she was not expecting me.
What's your thing that you want people to know?
Before coming to China, is the fact that living your comfort zone is the best thing you can ever do for yourself. It teaches you a lot about yourself, and no matter how much you overthink or don't think about a situation, it will work itself out. Because I'm assuming some people, because sometimes I do get DMs from someone saying, you know, I want to come. A disclaimer, I feel like, guys, I don't give you guys a disclaimer every time I tell my stories, you know. Just because something happened to me, it doesn't mean it happened to Melo and stuff like that. Yes, there are cases, a lot of cases where like you meet up with them, you get involved with the bad school and all that stuff. But don't listen to me and be like, yo, Tabis, I'm China, I'm not going, you know. It's always different, you know. A school has its own drama in its own way. It just depends on you. Like she said, you must have thick skin. It depends how thick is your skin, you know. But then just go for it, okay? Don't watch my videos. Watch my videos, like them, comment, and tell your friends to come and like and watch my videos. But
take them with a grain of salt.
Exactly, you know. Don't be like, because I feel like now a lot of people actually watch my video where I was fired after 2 weeks, and everyone is like, damn, there was someone who actually inboxed me, and they were like, a friend of theirs is coming to China, and now they are scared because of what happened to me, you know. Unfortunately, stuff like that is inevitable. It happened to me. I know some people that this happened to, but
it has never happened to me.
You see, it's not everyone, you know. If it happens to you, oh well, it's life. You move. It is what it is.
Now.
You see, like I always say, it is what it is. I'm fine now, you know. You move.
She's in Beijing.
I'm in Beijing, baby. Sonje, like what I want to tell you is, learn to always be okay with living your comfort zone. Living home is not easy, but I always feel like if you can move out from home and be like, one day I would like to have my own house, my own apartment, what's stopping you from saying one day I don't want to live in China? Unless you know, Vela, it's not your thing to live abroad. But if it's your thing,
it's okay.
and that's okay, you know. But if it's your thing and you're like, you know what, me now, if I go to work, do it. Come here. You will meet me and Emily. Just chilling, you know.
I'm here. No, I'm not here for a long time. I'm sorry.
You're just here for a good time. No, but then yeah. I feel like.
Speaking of that, I have a question. So, with saying I'm not here for a long time, do you think you'll still be here and teaching in like the foreseeable future, for my 3, 4, 5 years maybe?
Yeah, because I still feel like, you know, I'm still in my Taylor gang behavior age, so it's katasang vumela, you know. And besides that, I think it's also because I feel like I don't have a lot of investments back home, you know. Yes, I have family and stuff like that, but my family allows me to spread my wings and fly, you know, to wherever. So yes, they also ask me like, can't you in love? And I'm like, no guys, I'm coming back, you know. It's because like they want to see me with their eyes and say, it's okay, Bella, we don't just see you on YouTube, we see you are really, really fine. But then after that, okay, fine, go do your thing, you know. It's not that they don't love me or whatever, but you know. So I feel like next 5 years, I'll still be here. Yeah, but then after that, I'm going. As long as I can take Hank with me, I'm a bouncing, guys. Because one thing is, I don't think I can leave my kid behind. That part, I can't do that one. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm having silly. I'm having silly, guys. I know it's just a dog, but to me, that's my son. You know. Last question. I know we didn't talk about this one.
Difficult questions.
But Mila, now okay, not that that's my thing, but I wanted your thoughts on what you think, not what is the problem, but what is your thoughts when it comes to dating in China? Not necessarily for me, mina guys, but you know, sometimes there are people who leave home and eventually they want to know, like, can I build a family in China? Can I meet someone that I can be stable with in China? Or I'm just there to just work and then boom, I have to go back home, you know? So like, what is your thought on that?
Yeah, I'm the wrong person to ask this question. But having said that, I mean, there's people here from different parts of the world, you know, from everywhere. And people come here, they meet people, they get married, they have kids, they start families. Is it possible? Definitely. Have I tried it? Absolutely not. Would I try it? Definitely not.
Have I tried it? Definitely yes. Am I gonna try? Definitely no.
Are you gonna go back?
Definitely no.
You know, but it's very much possible for you to find love here. I mean, if you're open to that. Personally, I'm not, because obviously Gajola, but also like, I don't know, I also find it like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like coming to a foreign country, now I meet someone from Kai and now we want to get married. I don't know, I feel like the background difference for me is very important. So I feel like if we are from we are worlds apart, like I wouldn't really consider it because of that. But now it's purely because Gajola. So I am not even looking. But you can do it, definitely. And people always ask as well if they could like bring their families.
Oh yes.
Like if you have a child, if you have like a husband or a boyfriend and you want to move to China with your family, that's very much possible. There are international schools. You can take your kids to those schools. You know, that's very possible if that is something that you want to do. So the possibilities of love, they are there. They do say that the dating pool is filthy.
Guys,
so you would have to fish akiti guy mara. You might be one of the lucky ones to find the person that you're looking for. Maybe your person is right here and you just have to come over and meet them here. So love possibilities, they are possible. You might have to go through a couple of trials and tribulations, but
you might have to eat a few, be fed breakfast.
Kiss a few frogs.
You must be fed some breakfast here and here. Guys, I told you guys I'm focusing on myself and I'm a focused hand. Okay, so I am in. Why we have to finish something? Let me close this video, man.
Okay. Yeah, but no, I'm happy.
Guys,
I'm happy for this character that you've built.
I'm trying to build. It's heading there though. It's heading there. Anyway, guys, Emily, thank you for coming. Hopefully from this collaboration, more collaborations are coming, guys.
Yes.
From us or
get more people.
Hi, guys. Like they were just like Tabi. Siyazi khona wena no Hank. Sezizwile.
Why ungafuna ukinvite abanye
abantu? Baba abanye abantwana. Yabo guys, manje ngiyanitshela igaxa izayo ku channel. Yabo, ni subscribe.
You'll find out on the next episode
of the Shangalangs. All right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Emily, for coming. It is what it is. If it ain't it, then it wasn't it, all the way from China. Until next time, mwah, bye baby.